You do not want to do this, trust me.
Eddie was right. I had no interest in watching Venom. I knew the PG-13 rating would keep it from being that Cronenberg-esque body horror flick I wanted it to be. So why bother?
That's disgusting.
But then I came across all this fan art of Eddie and the symbiote in love. The idea that the Venom movie inspired this picture and might actually be an allegory for a queer relationship entered my mind, and next thing I knew, I was buying a ticket to Venom.
2 for Evil Dead, please.
There's no denying the film's flaws. Poorly written characters, forgettable action scenes, Eminem. Again, no denying the film's flaws. But if you go in wanting to see Call Me By Your Name 2, My Name Is, then the movie delivers. Instead of following the usual trajectory that is saving the world, getting the girl, the trajectory that puts audiences to sleep. The movie follows a budding relationship between two dudes. The gay moments between them are scattered throughout the film, Venom using Michelle Williams' character to kiss Eddie being a big one. We had already seen the symbiote enter people without the assistance of holes. He got close with this guy in the mouth, but if you've seen the movie, you know Venom decides to enter through the chest. In other words, the kiss with Eddie wasn't necessary. Venom just wanted them Tom Hardy lips, and honestly, who could blame him? Venom wanted to be inside Eddie, and that's not just me being crude. There are multiple occasions where Eddie refers to Venom as being inside of him.
You're not real, you were just in my head.
At one point, he even tells Riz Ahmed's character, I know what it's like to have him up my ass.
You should be extremely afraid.
Again, that could be seen as a dirty throwaway joke.
Yeah, good old Mother Goose, remember her? I fucked her.
Or a line intended to cement the relationship between Venom and Eddie under the guise of humor so that the movie didn't lose out on the money of less tolerant viewers. Now, the kiss, butt, and fan art stuff are a great introduction to Venom's potential as an LGBTQ+ film, but that introduction only scratches the surface of what is a truly nuanced take on the journey one might go through when coming into terms with their sexuality. In order to prove this point, to prove Venom's gayness, we have to talk about boy race. Jared Conley had the misfortune of being gay at the wrong place, wrong time, and in the wrong family.
I think about men.
His sexuality led to turmoil in high school, division amongst that family, and a guarantee that his future would be far from easily lived. In other words,
Are you okay?
his sexuality came with a lot of frustration. That frustration peaks when he sees a picture of a man and throws a rock at it, screaming, "Fuck you." All that pain. You can't blame him for his initial consent to enter conversion therapy,
Welcome to the Refuge Program.
to try and get rid of his attraction to men. But after some time in the program, he sees change isn't possible. The best he can do is either act straight,
Play the part.
walk away from everything,
You may have to walk away from everything, everyone.
or just embrace it
Stay with me.
and see that his sexuality is not at fault. It's the world around him that's unwilling to change.
God will not love you the way that you are.
That hateful world
Who's gonna strike this demon down?
is at fault. It's a simple but affirming arc. Jared went from hating that he's gay to taking pride in
I
it.
don't want to pretend anymore.
And this is gonna sound crazy,
Boy, have you lost your mind? Cause I'll help you find it.
but fuck it. Venom, the turd movie,
In the wind,
has that same arc.
we are Venom.
Venom is Eddie's sexuality.
I think about men.
Just like Jared feels freakish because of his attraction to
I
men.
don't know why. I'm so sorry.
Eddie also feels freakish with the symbiote around. It makes him eat live lobsters, for God's sakes. That's not normal.
Why would we do that?
Just like Jared was raised to think an attraction to men wasn't normal.
I'm so sorry.
These deviations from the norm cause Eddie and Jared to think they need help, but they soon see that their doctors are ineffective. They have to come to terms with the fact that the thing that makes them feel freakish, symbiote for Eddie and homosexuality for Jared, are inextricably linked to them. With this realized, the main antagonist for both becomes the people who think they shouldn't be linked. Jared's father would rather have his son suffer in a gay conversion camp than accept him for who he is. And Riot, the symbiote who infects Riz Ahmed's character, is disgusted by the relationship between Eddie and Venom. Riot sees Earth as land for his kind, symbiote living among symbiote, just like Jared's father sees the Earth as land for his kind,
Only got one God-given right.
men who are attracted to women.
That is when a man and a woman come together, they may create life.
These two forces attack all who deviate from their norm. But by deciding to stick by Eddie's side, Venom is able to beat Riot. And by deciding to reject the doctrine of the gay conversion therapy, and believing the boy who told him God won't strike him down if he joined him in bed.
I'll prove to you that God won't strike you down.
By deciding to stand by what they love, Venom and Eddie, Jared and Xavier, queer couples of all shapes and sizes show the world they're not changing. Earth, full of preacher fathers and less alien-looking riots, is the thing that will have to change. If it doesn't, it risks erasing some really special people.